What's happening, everybody? P. Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 17 of my favorite 31 albums of 2023. It's the countdown we're doing each and every day here this month. 31 days in December, my 31 favorites. We do this every end of the year, every December here on the channel and on the webzine. You can look forward to on the webzine. Towards the latter part of this month, you can see all of my picks beyond 31 and everybody else who writes for the webzine as well. So tune into that on seatranquility.org in the coming weeks. But for today, for pick number 17, this is the 17th studio album from this British band. 7th studio album from this British band. It's the 17th pick. Not the 17th studio album. Released March 3rd, 2023. This is an early 2023 one for Inside Out Records, produced by the band themselves. I'm talking about Haken's Fauna. Love that artwork on this, right? Isn't that pretty cool? I love animals, so it's like, to me, how would I not love this, right? The very distinguished looking chimpanzee, right? So, like I said, this is their 7th studio album. They have not released a bad one. They just continue to grow and mature and, alter their sound ever so slightly over the course of their career. But you could arguably say that their first album doesn't really sound at all like their most recent album, right? Of course, Ross Jennings on vocals, the great Ross Jennings, Richard Henshall, and Charlie Griffiths on guitars, and I will say pretty cranking guitars at that. Peter Jones on keyboards, Connor Green on bass, and Raymond Hearn on drums, with a little surprise visit from Miguel Garotti on trumpet on one track. Right, like I said, produced by the band, engineered by Paul Winstanley and Linus Corneliusson, mixed by Jens Bogren. Worked on a lot of great albums, and Tony Lindgren on the mastering. Dan Goldsworthy did the artwork, and Max Taylor Grant the photography on the album. So here we have another Haken album chock full of dramatic progressive metal. That's what they do, but their songs are also filled with lots of great hooks. But yeah, loads of crunchy guitar riffs, shredding solos, layers of keyboards, and those great melodic vocals. A lot of killer tracks on here. We got Taurus, The Great Nightingale, The Alphabet of Me, Sempiternal Beings, Beneath the White Rainbow. Really good song. It's some excellent hooks and things built into this album. Really all their albums, although their last couple of albums were a little harsher. I think this one, excuse me, returns more to that kind of like great sense of melodicism that they always had. Isle in the Clouds, another favorite. You got Love Bite, shortest track on the album, and then of course Elephants Never Forget, the big epic 11 minutes and change, one of my favorites on the album. And then Eyes of Ebony, another pretty lengthy one at 8.5 minutes long, finishes it off for a total of just over an hour's worth of music. I really like it, love the production of it. It's a really enjoyable album. Where it sits in their catalog, hard to say. It's we ranked the catalog of Haken, a year or so ago, I think, something like that. And then, of course, the new one comes out, so that kind of throws that whole list, throws a monkey wrench into the list, right? But yeah, they don't, like I said, they don't have a bad album. And it depends on when you came on board with Haken, because some people really favor some of the early ones. I've been with them since the beginning, so it's hard for me to kind of look past how much I love those first three albums, right? But then the last 3 or 4 have been tremendous too, but they're just different. But I think this is it's got to be upper echelon in their catalog. I think it's really good. So Fauna is my pick for today by Haken. Let us know what you think of this album down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. Pick number 17 as we march our way. Yes, we are marching like great wooden soldiers here in the holiday season. I need to watch that movie this season. That's one of those films I always watch right around the holidays. Laurel and Hardy's March of the Wooden Soldiers. It's such a fun film, right? I've been watching since I was a kid. Sometimes those things you do, those ritualistic things you start doing when you were a child, and then you blink and you're like in your late 50s. I'm like, God, I'm still doing that each and every year, right? Crazy, right? Anyway, thanks for watching. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on YouTube, all together, all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and click on that notification bell so you get alerted of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we get the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thanks in advance for all your support there. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff coming up on the channel. Of course, just in a little while, we've got Martin Popoff coming into the Funhouse. We're going to go have some fun in the Funhouse. We're going to be talking about bands that perhaps might have their own Dark Side of the Moon, right? So bands with iconic, great sounding, masterfully produced albums that maybe in their own way or their own Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon, right? That's coming up in just a little bit. We got Ken Golden, then coming up later this afternoon. Professor's Picks. Ken is going to talk about his 20 best sellers of the year 2023. So this is not about the best of 23, but these are the albums that were the biggest sellers on the Laser's Edge website over the course of this year. You might see some surprises in there. Some very cool stuff. Of course, tomorrow we got the UK connection. Lots of fun stuff happening with Simon and Stephen and myself. So tune in for the UK connection coming up tomorrow. And then Sunday is ranking the albums. I will be ranking the short catalog of Nazz. Of course, that's the first big band that Mr. Todd Rundgren was in, right? The kind of like power punk garage rock band that Todd was in before he went solo. And that's coming up on Sunday. So till then, I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you soon here on the channel. Bye-bye.